And as we usher in the new year, I bet you have your 2024 resolutions written down. Some people like to share them. Others believe in working in silence to the key to success. While you might have this choice, politicians don't. They have manifestos to build, woo the voters before the D-Day, and ideally follow through on the promises. You will see a lot of that happening this year. The start of 2024 has also begun the year of elections. When we say this, it's because as many as 41 countries are expected to go to polls this year. Together, they represent 42% of the world's gross domestic product. This also means that 41% of world population will have the chance to elect their new leader. For context, that's 3.2 billion people. Let's now take you through some key races. The month of January will see 4 elections: Finland, Bhutan, Bangladesh and Taiwan. From now, Bangladesh will go to polls in exactly 6 days. In an opposition-less race, the Awami League's Sheikh Hasina is likely to secure a 4th consecutive term. The stakes might be higher in Taiwan, which votes on January 13th, a pro-Beijing party looking to unseat the incumbent Democratic Progressive Party, which has so far worked in favor of human rights in the island. In February now, 2 countries will be holding elections: Pakistan and Indonesia. After delaying elections, Islamabad has managed to pick February 8th as the date. But the situation remains complex, you see. Former Prime Minister Imran Khan is in jail, but he is still trying to contest elections. Meanwhile, an old peer, Nawaz Sharif, is back in the country after 4 long years in exile. March is going to see elections in Russia and Iran. Now, the Russian Federation will have its presidential elections. The results are expected on similar lines. President Vladimir Putin has no serious rivals, and those who have tried to join the race have immediately invited themselves some legal troubles. In India, the Election Commission has not announced the dates, but some analysts say that election dates could be announced as early as February. The current tenure will end in the month of June. And for those watching us from outside, Lok Sabha is the lower house of the parliament. If successful, the Bharatiya Janata Party will be the first party since 1962 and Narendra Modi the first incumbent prime minister since Jawaharlal Nehru to secure a 3rd consecutive majority in the Lok Sabha. An estimated 950 million people could participate in India's race to power. Then let's go to May. We will deep dive in the African continent because for the first time in 30 long years, South Africa's African National Conference could lose its majority. Newer parties are looking to eat into its votes, and voters too seem tired of corruption, unemployment, crime and long power cuts. In June now, Mexico and the European Parliament will hold polls. The EU Parliament has its own elections from June 6th to June 9th. Nationalist and anti-migrant parties have done well recently, and this could play a major factor in the June elections. Let's skip 2 months and go straight to September now. All right, which is the deadline for Sri Lanka to hold its presidential elections. Now, this will be its first after an economic crisis and some of the largest protests seen by the country since its independence. The incumbent, Ranil Wickremesinghe, is banking on his 1-year-old recovery plan. September will also see elections in Maldives. All right, skipping October, November is going to be a crucial month for us and you, the viewers. United States is set to hold elections on the 5th of November. And so far, it is looking like a rematch of 2020. Democrats Joe Biden is expected to contest with Republican poster boy Donald J. Trump. And in the opinion poll so far, the blue camp is looking in dicey waters. Just like United Kingdom's politics, the elections are uncertain too. So we kept it for the last one, December. London is expected to hold an election this year. While the date is not final, experts are saying it is long overdue, not constitutionally overdue. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak technically is not obliged to call for an election until 17th of December this year. Politically, Sunak is in an undesirable position, and the biggest threat to his authority comes right from his own base. So it will be interesting how elections pan out in the United Kingdom. We will be covering all of these elections very closely here on this show. You can rely on us for tracking politics, covering campaign trails, and especially the demands of the voters. We have a long journey ahead, and we hope to see you join us on this race to power.